Hello friends, good morning all of you. Today we are discussing the 16th chapter from Standard 8 Science syllabus. The title of the chapter is Light. Can you see me just now? Can you see the alphabets, the letters which are written just now? Now imagine that you are reading all this at night, in dark night, or you are reading a book in a dark room. Can you read? Can you see these same letters if you are somewhere in dark room? No. Why we can see the things around us? Many times we are having this question. At night we can see moon, stars, but we are not able to see the other objects. Why it happens? Or basically, what makes the things visible? So the answer for this question is our chapter Light. Light is a form of energy. Basically, our five senses are the different forms of energy. After this, we are going to discuss sound in our next chapters. It is also the form of energy which makes us able to listen the things. So just now we are having the topic light. It means the things which are visible to us, that is because of the form of energy light. It is electromagnetic radiation basically, which makes a sensation in our eyes. So the first topic, that what makes the things visible from our chapter, the short and sweet answer we are having, the light emitted. Emitted, that means produced. The light which is emitted or reflected by the object, it reaches to our eyes, it enters our eyes, and because of that sensation we are able to see the things. After that, the next topic in our chapter is laws of reflection of light. Beautiful activities are there related to this topic, which we will see in the next videos. Before we go for the laws, we need to understand few definitions, few terms. The first term, that is incident. Incident, that is striking, which falls from somewhere. And as here we are having reflection, we are talking about reflection, that is reflected ray, the ray which is coming back, the ray which is bouncing back. Reflection of light, that is bouncing back of light, and usually here we are talking about it bounces from any polished or shiny surface. Which type of shiny surface? You all have seen mirrors, the plane mirror, right? I am having one example. This makeup kit are used by the girls for the makeup, and here you can see that we are having the plane mirror. So the things which you can see in that, it is the reflection, the light falls on this and this light is given back, it is bounces back, and that's why it is known as reflection. This surface, you can see that how much shiny, how much polished surface is there, and the back side of that is opaque. So light cannot pass through that, but it falls on that and comes back, and that is reflection of light, which you will study in the 10th standard also. So the first term, that light which is falling, which is striking, that ray is known as incident ray, and the ray which is bouncing back is the reflected ray. You can see the diagram over here, in which this line is representing this mirror. Then, as I said just now, this arrow shows that light is coming, it is striking to the mirror, and it comes back, that is reflected ray. Now one more term, normal. What is normal? The line making an angle of 90 degree to the mirror at the point where the incident ray strikes to the mirror. So on mirror where this incident ray is striking, we are drawing one perpendicular line. It is drawn by us, and that line is known as normal. Two angles you can see over here. The angle between normal and incident ray is angle of incidence, and the angle between normal and the reflected ray is the angle of reflection. After getting these terms, now we can say these two laws of reflection. First law, the angle of incidence, we are symbolizing that as I, is always equal to the angle of reflection, which is symbolized as R. So these two angles are always equal. It means if the light is falling at 30 degree angle, it will be reflected also at 30 degree. If the ray of light is incident at 25 degree, that means the angle between normal and incident ray is 25 degree. You will see the video of this activity also coming. So the angle of incidence is 25. The angle of reflection will also be 25. If angle of incidence is 60 degree, the angle of reflection will also be 60 degree. This is the first law of reflection. The second law says the incident ray, the normal and the reflected ray all lies in the same plane. That means if I am keeping a drawing sheet over here, and if I will try to see the incident ray and reflected ray, I can see all that on that one page drawing sheet. But if I will bend that paper somewhat, then can you imagine? I won't be able to see that ray which is moving in direction of reflection. So the ray is traveling in the same plane. Dear students, you can see that we are having a plane mirror and light is falling on that. This light is reflected back on this side, and over here if we are observing, then this surface is our plane. So this is incident ray. Then we can draw the normal perpendicular to this, and this is the reflected ray. We can see that it is visible till this plane only. Below this we are not able to see that. That means this all the three lies in the same plane. Now for getting the angle, if I am keeping a comb over here, so you can see that in between these gaps the reflected rays are coming. From here I can observe that the incident and reflected angles are the same, but if we are measuring that with the geometrical box, we are getting that incident angle is equal to the angle of reflection. After this discussion of laws of reflection of light, in our chapter, the things which are given, which you have studied earlier in 7th standard, that is reflection by plane mirror and the characteristic of the image. Just now, as I had shown you, the object which is in front of the mirror, that we are saying as object. And whatever we are seeing inside the mirror, we are not able to touch that, but we can see that. That is known as the image of the object. There are 4 characteristics of the image formed by the plane mirror. What you can see when you are standing in front of a plane mirror? Right. You can see yourself of same size. You can see yourself erect. That means where your head is there, in the image also your head is there only. So the first characteristic, that the size of the object and the size of the image are same. Second, the image which is seen in the mirror, it is erect, and that's why it is virtual image. It is formed at the same distance. That means if we are going near to the mirror, we can feel that the image is also coming nearer. And if I am going backward in front of mirror, I can see that image is also going backward inside the mirror. So it is formed at the same distance. And one more important characteristic, that is lateral inversion. That means the image is formed laterally inverted. Means what? That if I will raise my right hand in front of the mirror, in image I will find that my left hand is raised. If I will raise my left hand, then I can see that my right hand is raised. So right side is, since it appears to be left, and left side is, since it appears to be right, is known as the lateral inversion of the image. After this discussion, 2 types of reflection are there. First type, as we can see with the plane surfaces, shiny and the polished surface. And second type of image, that is we are getting from the rough surfaces.